Hello, and welcome back to our channel, Travel and Jobs. The new British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, is facing numerous economic difficulties as he was just elected new to office. Everyone is waiting to see if he will embrace the former Prime Minister's view of increasing the number of immigrants to the UK to mitigate economic crises and whether he will use the UK-Indian visa agreement as a solution to his current financial issues. In this video, the following will be discussed. 1. What Indian origin UK PM Rishi Sunak told Cabinet on immigration in first meet. 2. Rishi Sunak threatens a new Braverman dispute over the UK-India visa agreement. 3. The way forward with UK immigration to combat UK's economic crisis. Hence make sure you watch till end and don't forget to subscribe, like, share and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new updates about UK's immigration. Before we begin, please note that everything presented here is the result of our own study and analysis. We are not an immigration agency and do not offer immigration advice to anybody, thus we disclaim all liability for any harm that may result. Without wasting much time, let's begin. In his first meeting with the Cabinet, Rishi Sunak explained that although illegal immigration was a complicated and difficult problem, the public wanted the government to find a long-term solution. Suella Braverman was reappointed as the Home Secretary in the recently constituted Rishi Sunak ministry, prompting the declaration. Due to a minor infraction of government regulations, Suella Braverman resigned from Liz Truss' administration last week. Her disputed declaration that Indians were the biggest group of persons who overstay their visas in the UK led to harsh criticism, which led to her reappointment. The majority of immigrants who overstay their visas in our nation are Indians, she had stated. Suella Braverman's appointment as Home Secretary only a few days after she was fired for a security breach does not smack of honesty, professionalism, competence, or reasonable politics. Simply put, it's cynical maneuvering. No better than the last two PMs, this one, Chris Bryant, a Labour MP, stated in a tweet. Caroline Lucas, a different MP, also opposed Suella Braverman's selection, saying, "At every level, this government will be honest, competent, and accountable." Reappoints Suella Braverman as Home Sec, after breaching official ministerial regulations and dreaming of deporting asylum seekers to Rwanda, wrote Rishi Sunak in the afternoon. Let's hear from Sunak on the business visas offered to Indian nationals as a part of a potential trade agreement. As part of a potential trade agreement, Rishi Sunak's UK government is in discussions with India about whether to boost the number of business visas provided to Indian citizens. This attitude runs the risk of sparking conflict within the next Prime Minister's inner circle. According to Trade Minister Greg Hands, business visas are still under active negotiation in the talks. He said that the majority of the deal's negotiations are over. By adding to the new trade agreements it has made since leaving the European Union, the government is attempting to showcase the advantages of Brexit. According to Hands, a deal with India will give exporters wider access to 1 billion consumers. However, relaxing immigration policies might also put Sunak, the UK's first Prime Minister of Indian descent, at odds with Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who has recently voiced her displeasure with the policies. In an interview with The Spectator earlier this month, Braverman, a fervent Brexit supporter whose parents are also both of Indian descent, appeared to be against a more lenient immigration policy, saying, "I do have some reservations. Take a look at immigration in this country. Indian immigrants make up the largest group of overstayers." Sunak is already facing criticism for reinstating Braverman to the position she resigned from just a week prior due to a security violation that she acknowledged violated ministerial policy. Her remarks at the time, according to the British press, angered former Prime Minister Liz Truss, who had pushed for a more lenient immigration policy in her ill-fated attempt to spur growth. However, Hands asserted that the question of permanent migration was distinct from the subject of expanding the number of short-term business visas for Indians. Mode 4 agreements are what we're discussing in the field of commerce. These agreements do not relate to immigration. These are for business purposes only, he stressed, not for permanent habitation. According to Hands, 26 policy issues spanning 16 chapters have so far been reached an agreement on, and talks will start up again, shortly. "We are working to reach an agreement that benefits both parties equally, and we won't sign anything until it is fair, reciprocal, and ultimately advantageous to the British people and the UK economy," according to Hands. According to the information above, discussions about whether to boost or restrict immigration to the UK are proceeding well. If you have already begun the process of acquiring your UK visa, Whether it be for job, study, a spouse or business trip, or any other reason. Then keep going since the current requirements still apply and you must be in the UK before the new ones take effect. It was a pleasure to work to keep you informed of the most recent developments in UK immigration. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be updated with upcoming updates while we keep our ears and eyes open for them. Do look after yourself. You can catch us in our next video.